been asking a lot of people that have come on who their favorite prospect is at 21 for the Detroit Pistons.
So I like the kid from Stanford, Ibuka Okori. Yeah.
Okay.
And the kid from Texas Tech. Is it Texas Tech or Texas A&M? Christian Anderson.
Okay. Yeah. Texas Tech.
Both of those. I think Okori's more interesting. He's more of an explosive athlete. I worry about his playmaking, but like if you watch, like if you do the YouTube scouting, I do, right? Like I don't have synergy. Like I'm not like watching these dudes like that anymore. Like a lot of his assists come in transition. And so it's like, okay, like can he like make like half court reads? Does Stanford ask him to make half court reads? Or like he's like 18, they're just like, you can get buckets. Like we need a guy who can go get buckets because we're Stanford. Like go out and get some buckets. And he's like, sure. But like if you're looking at guards who have upside to give you more than who started a good floor and like have upside, like Okori's like higher on that list. And then Anderson was like much more of a playmaker at Texas Tech or A&M. I can't remember which one. And like you could see his vision like kind of pop through in a lot of his plays. Good shooter, slow release though. Not sure he's gonna have to speed that up. But like that's a guy I can see that being like a Danis type, where it's like, okay, this guy like he plays a role in the NBA. Like maybe he's not like, you know, amazing, but honestly, like in the 20s, like you are happy with a bench player. You are happy with like a role player in the 20s.
I feel like this is probably the deepest point guard draft I can remember in quite some time. Like there's so many great point guards to the point where like there could still be some good ones available in the 20s. Like I like Christian Anderson a lot because I just love how he operates out of the pick and rolls. Like I feel like he's probably the best point guard to operate out of the pick and rolls, and it helps that he does shoot pretty well from the outside, which I could definitely see him playing off ball more. Okori, I've had so many people come up here and say Ibuka Okori, like, you know, had Zarek say like, I think he could be the Tyrese Maxey of this draft. Like that's how high he is on him about Ibuka Okori, which I love his handle, man. Like he's got like that street ball handle, like when you watch him, and like I think it would be a really good fit. I think a lot of Pistons fans was like, well, what's the differential between Okori and a Sasser? Like, well, he can actually play make. Sasser is not really like the playmaker that Okori is, but personally, I keep going back between like Bennett Sturts and then Christian Anderson. Like, I just don't really know like what they'll go. Like Bennett Sturts, I could totally see him just playing off ball way more than on ball. Like when I watch him play a lot, like I see like a little bit of Tyler Hero. I see a little bit of Fred VanVleet in there. Like there's this like so many things about him that I really like. I know a lot of people are really high on Isaiah Evans. I don't know if there'll be favoritism by Trajan there because that would be like his first university at Duke.
More Dukies, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really
count. You got Chaz Lanier, like you got Isaiah Evans at home. Like you don't need another like catch and shoot guy who's just like mainly a catch and shoot guy. I struggle with Sturts because like he was a really great college player, but like when I watch him, I see like the level of craft and stuff that he uses to get his shots off. It's like, okay, it's like that's great. But like against NBA athletes, like, and I hate to do that to the white guy, right? Like this is not the only guy this do. Was like, against like NBA athletes, like are like you have to work really hard to get buckets. Like, are you like only a step back three guy? Because like then you're closer approximation to like a Sasser, right? Where the main level you score at is from three, and it's either catch and shoot or off the step back. And I think Sturts is like a little bit better of a playmaker, and so there's that. But it's like if that's the case, if defenses don't care if you're driving the basketball, like it's going to be harder for you to play make, right? So that's why I'm more interested in like Anderson and Okori. It just is like I think that those guys have the requisite athleticism to create advantages or to exploit advantages like created for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really think you go wrong with either of those guys, but I could understand like where you're coming from. Like, yeah, like that's probably getting blocked in the NBA because it's
Yeah.
just like in college it might work, but like at the NBA level, maybe not. And
On the other hand, if Sturts is like 3 inches taller, like hell yeah, right? Like
yeah.
you love that guy. So there's that.
I know someone in the comment sections is like, I know this is like down the rabbit hole. They're like, Pistons haven't had a good track record drafting white guys. Do I need to mention the unforbidden name Henry Ellenson? I could even go one step further with Kyle Singler. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong.
Steve Van Gundy was calling one of the playoff games. I wanted to yell Henry Ellenson at him so bad for like 2 hours.
Bro,
It's like,
like,
why, bro? Why?
Pascal was right there, dog. He was right there. I think Malik Beasley went after Henry Ellenson, if I remember. I think Denver drafted him at
I'd buy that. Yeah.
Yeah, it checks out. But yeah, like I can understand it. Like probably the only other prospect that kind of intrigues me is Malik Thomas, which I mean, if you're just looking for just like a bucket getter, like I feel like he does make a whole lot of sense. But sounds like the Pistons are looking for more of someone that can play next to Cade. And kind of make his life a little bit easier. He even saw the Sam Vecini report that they might look to draft the big out of Houston. I think Chris Senick Jr.
Oh yeah, I was not. All of the so we're talking right about like how they need a 4 and how they need a long-term solution at 4. None of the 4s like in this range impressed me at all. Right, the kid from Houston was just like just not very impressive. The kid from Michigan,
Morez Johnson.
Yeah, Morez Johnson. Like really good college player. Just like the not enough skill, right? Like not enough as a ball handler, as a shooter, as a passer, to intrigue me. Like really, Alan Graves is just like again like not the. Hey, Alan Graves is black, and I don't think he's a good enough NBA athlete to be like a really good NBA player. So it's just like, yeah, like none of the 4s that are projected to be in this range are like really moving me. It's actually funny. There was I was doing my like preliminary draft stuff, and there's this like 7'3" kid from Italy whose name escapes me right now, who like if you squint, you see a lot of Brook Lopez. But he's playing in like the Italian league where it's like I don't know. It's occasionally like you watch like European games and you're like, oh, I recognize that guy. Like he played a couple, like he was in the league. These games is like I don't know any of these dudes, right?
Holy crap, dude, he's huge.
He's huge.
Luigi I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. Yeah, 7'4", almost 300 pounds. I could totally see somebody just like say, hey, we got a wimpy stopper.
It's like that's like as a dart throw, right? Like 7'4" dude who rebounds and shoots threes. Like that's worth a dart throw in the 30s or 40s. But so like if they don't have a second round pick, if they traded like that'd be something interesting. But like not at 21, like not at 21. But just that's a guy who like as I'm doing stuff, I was like he definitely like stood out.
Yeah, I haven't even like really looked at second round picks just because it's like we don't have one. So like why even like do homework on guys that could be second round picks? The only like prospect that I looked that is a second round pick, and he probably wouldn't be one if he wasn't coming off an injury, was Richie Saunders out of BYU. But like that's like an older senior. I don't really know if they're looking for someone coming off a major injury to draft in the first round.
Isn't he like 25?
So I think he might be older than Yaxel. Yeah, he's pretty old. I mean, like to me, like that's like the perfect power forward if the Pistons want to get it. But like you're probably giving up a pretty hefty price to try to trade up to get Yax.
Yeah, so as a Spartan, Yax was like not my favorite player to watch. But he is really good, and I do think that he's good enough that his age won't be like a knock against him as far as like, other teams are concerned. So
yeah, I mean, like as a Piston fan, I wouldn't be too concerned because I feel like he would be ready to contribute like right away. Like whether it's off the bench or, whether you feel comfortable with him, maybe just mix it up with the starters a little bit. Like, I feel like transition, he would just be like a perfect fit for like Caden Nassar just to throw lobs to. Can also
Mhm.
spread the floor a little bit. The only other power forward that I really like, and it's just because he's an excellent rebounder, is Hans Steinbach out of Washington. Like, um,
He
his
was going earlier than he was kind of out of our range, wasn't he?
he's at 15 currently
Yeah,
on
yeah. Because he's a really
Vegas.
good shot blocker.
Yeah, that's why I liked him a lot. I was like,
Yeah.
man, like if you're looking at power forwards to trade up for, like Yaks and Hans would probably be the two power forwards that I look at. But I could totally see OKC drafting him, like just kind of reaching for him, like at 12.
Oh yeah, that'd be annoyingly good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how they just keep getting all these lottery picks from the
So
Clippers. And
eventually, like roster spots have got to start knocking loose, right? Like the Bucks already picked up like Usman Jang for like a song, and that was a guy who I was always like he was like G League MVP like one
yeah,
year, and it's just like they just never had a really use for him, and he wasn't like he couldn't crack the rotation, and then he goes to the Bucks, and like when Doc Rivers decides to play him, he's really good. And it's like that, like there's going to be like two more of those guys from the bottom of like OKC's roster that are going to be NBA players who just like couldn't play because OKC has 15 NBA players.
yeah. I'm pretty sure if I remember, the Knicks actually traded with OKC for the Jing pick, and then like OKC just didn't use them at all because they just have so many people, man. It's honestly kind of like crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Kind of looking at the second round talent, like maybe they do trade in the second round because there are some like pretty interesting prospects there.
If you want a second rounder in like the 40s, like you can get one, right?
Yeah.
Between NIL and like guys being able to pick their own situation because of the two-way contracts, where like there's 3 two-way contracts now. It's like if you really want to draft somebody at 45, like you can absolutely do it. Like no one cares.
Yeah, I know someone had mentioned like, could you trade up in the second round to get Baba Miller out of Cincinnati, who is a small forward? Which I mean, I will be open and transparent. I have not watched a lot of him, but I see that he shot 19% from three, and like I'm gonna have to watch. He might. I'm gonna just say, man, like he better like freaking just like grab rebounds like a mofo for me to trade up for him at 37.
Yeah, I also don't know much about Baba Miller, but if he shot 19% from three, I'm not going to do a ton of research either. But maybe you're
No,
right.
I
Who knows?
I was trying to talk people into Tonde Yesufu before he did commit back to going to college, but he's transferring to St. John's. So
Mhm.
um, that's good for them because Baylor was absolute ass this year outside of Cameron Carr and him. But I mean, I want to talk about no spacing. Good Lord, man. Like
Yeah.
I was like Monty Williams spacing at Baylor. Like it was so bad.
It was so funny to me because like I don't watch that much college basketball. I come into the draft like really late. Like I just learned what I can about these guys. And people
Mhm.
were like, "Oh, like you should like Pistons could really use Cameron Carr, like blah blah blah." And I would like turn it on. I'm like there's no way this guy's available at 21. Like what are you guys talking about? Like this guy's good.
Yeah, like he's a prospect that like I know I'm going off of like Trajan's New Orleans days, but like it could kind of be like his Trey Murphy,
Mhm.
I think. Like he's so athletic, he's got NBA range. I think his playmaking is kind of underrated in a sense. It's not terrible defensively. Like you want to reach for someone like I see him anywhere from 15 to dropping down to 18, but I'd be shocked
No,
if
I
like
could see him at like I could see him
12.
earlier than that. Yeah, like
I
12.
could see I could see OKC. No
Somebody
way. No,
that is
no
the
way.
type of player that like somebody falls in love with, right?
Yeah, like I don't like to me, I feel like you'd have to trade Ron to get him.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah,
like,
like
like, why wouldn't the Miami Heat draft him? Right? Like, that's exactly the type of player that they are looking for.
yeah, or maybe not looking for. Maybe they trade that pick
Or why wouldn't the Milwaukee Bucks trade it or pick him? And that's like,
Yeah. I don't know. The draft will be interesting. It really will. I know someone just texted me that Danny Ainge might go with Cameron Boozer over Darren Peterson just because of the Carlos Boozer connection in the front office. And I was just like, eh. I mean, I would still draft Darren Peterson because I think him and Keontae George would be nasty in the backcourt together.
I am a little surprised the Jazz owner hasn't just been like, Danny, just make the trade to one. Like, I don't care. Like, I put like literal years of my life into making sure that Debanza like ends up in Utah long term. Just do it. Like, I don't care.
Did you see that? I don't know. You probably don't. Gilbert Arenas asked him, he's like, "Oh, do you want to play for your hometown?" And he's just like, "Bro, I'm from Boston. I'm not from Utah. Just because I played at BYU." Bro, like he dead ass is stone faced him. He's like, "I'm not from Utah. I'm from Boston." I was like, "Yo."
You're right. I did not see that, but now I gotta look that up. Oh my god, that sounds hilarious.
You gotta look up that interview, bro, because like he like dead ass just looked at him. He's like, he doesn't know where I'm from.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's like, okay, how many there's not many dudes who are willing to move out to Utah, prep for high school, go to BYU, and then like go to BYU, right? Like,
yeah,
that's a rare breed. And so you could be forgiven for being like, oh, like that must be like the hometown, or like, oh, there must be like some kind of connect. And it's like, even if it was all for the money, like, yo, like how much money was it? Like, it's Utah, bro.
Yeah, it's like the NIL. I know the NIL checks were probably hitting. Like, I think he was making like $12 million just to like be at BYU. It's like, hey man, I'm not mad at it. Like, I'd probably live in Utah too, man. I'd love it.
But like you live in Utah for like the 6 months that you're in college, right? Not for like the year and change that you're there for high school as well, right? Like you don't take 2 bags. You don't have to.
No,
like,
man,
just
like
you go to Mount Verde like everybody else. Like, why not?